Hey guys, Strong Style Series back again. It's Alex.
And it's me, Noah.
And we're here with a live report from ROH's Dearborn show last night. ROH Reclamation Night 2, I think they're calling it. For you guys who want to buy the DVD. Which you should, because it's a pretty good show. Do you want to talk about when we got there or whatever and everything?
Yeah, we can go through it.
Okay. They had a Q&A before with Nigel, which we both got to ask questions. Nothing really special, although Jimmy Jacobs was there and he showed up and he's doing this whole thing where he wants to get back into ROH and everything, so I think they're going to be playing that up for a while, probably.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. And Jimmy was missing the show, I think.
And why don't you go ahead and ask, or tell him what you asked?
Oh, well, a few people asked various questions. Like, some guys asked, like, who else is going to be in the tournament for the ROH World title, which we'll talk about another time when they announce all the names. But I asked, like, if he felt that taking the belt off Jay Briscoe, having the title vacated, lessened the prestige of the belt, and he kind of said, like, yeah, it's kind of like an unfortunate thing, but it was something that kind of needed to happen because of Jay's injury and also the whole word that he might be leaving ROH. But
I thought that was a great question, honestly,
yeah.
and the way you phrased it to show it, you know.
Yeah, and especially because like Nigel was a guy who was famous in his title run as like a guy who, when he was injured, he kept fighting injured, you know.
Exactly.
So, do you want to mention what your question was?
I asked him how it felt to clothesline Johnny Fairplay.
Yeah.
He said that Johnny Fairplay claims that he got a concussion from that, which I completely believe.
Yeah.
I totally believe that. So
yeah. Although Nigel apparently it's like, you know, like, oh no, Johnny's in the guy's like, damn it, I wanted him to say it's like he's an asshole. Which show was that from? Was that Supercard of Honor 2 or 3? No, it might have been 1 actually.
No, I think it was 2.
Okay, I think it was 2 as well. Alright, anyway. Well, let's start the show off. Oh, we had a small 6-man or 6-man
tag.
Thank you. God, I cannot talk. It was fun. It was quick. You know, nothing really offensive.
This was the dark match.
Yeah, the dark match. It was fun. I think it was a couple local guys. Mike Settle was in it too.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. But we started things off with Kyle O'Reilly taking on Tadarius Thomas. Tadarius Thomas is the hometown guy. He had a weird like entrance where like he had like his like capoeira team like dancing in the audience. Like, it was weird.
It was distracting. I thought it was 2 local guys trying to get over.
Yeah.
This is stupid. I thought someone's gonna go kick their ass.
There's 4 of them actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, there's 1 in each corner.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah, it was weird.
So, yeah.
But match was pretty good. I thought these 2 guys worked very well together, and actually, you know, they work. Both of them like have a very like interesting style, so I think they worked pretty well together. And I think they're really building. I think they're kind of like teasing the idea of building up to Red Dragon versus Adrenaline Rush really soon.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen also. I thought this was a very good opener.
Yeah.
These guys mesh really well.
Yeah.
I think that TD works better with guys that have an MMA background.
I agree.
Because he's so used to working with that kind of style.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think working with Kyle O'Reilly really helped this match. And it was a lot of fun for an opener.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Next up we had a Women of Honor 4-way match between Leah Von Dutch, MsChif, Athena, and Jenny Rose, who came out to a horrible variation of Poker Face.
Oh god.
That was horrible. This match wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It had potential to be good. MsChif and Athena were the 2 best workers out there. Athena is awesome, and I really hope they use her more often. MsChif's, I've always been a fan of MsChif. I like her. Jenny Rose did not do a goddamn thing in this match, I can remember even.
No, she didn't. And
Leah Von Dutch wrestles a lot like a WWE diva, where a lot of screaming and a lot of yelling.
And I've heard some things about her. I've heard her name. I've heard compliments about her on online, and I just don't see it, honestly.
Yeah,
but she went out there and she worked hard, but when she tries to run, it's like she can't get going.
Yeah, like she looks like she's very hesitant to run full speed.
Yeah, she looks like she has no acceleration at all. So,
but it was good. It was a fun match. But yeah, MsChif and Athena. I'd like to see a singles match between these 2 girls.
But I like how they're building this up.
Yeah,
that's clearly what they're going to do. You know, they're trying to make a feud, but you know they have a 4-way.
But
and Athena's finisher, man.
Oh man, like she does like a diving ace crusher off the top, like when the woman was like in the ring, and like it looks nasty, and it was really nice. Also, I like that. I like if ROH started using like Shimmer or WSU girls more. Like, you know, get like, you know, because like it's not bad to have like 1 or 2, well maybe just 1 women's match on the card just to be something different. You know what I mean?
Right. And when you do it right,
yeah,
you know, if you do it well,
yeah, exactly.
And I feel like I don't know if we're just getting better women's wrestlers, or if the crowd is just finally starting to accept the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But like last night, I'd say the crowd was pretty good for that match.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean,
considering.
Yeah. Like I said, like when Athena and MsChif were going at it, they got into it, and a few of the bumps, like they actually were, like Athena took a nasty bump to the outside.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I don't remember like if like just MsChif threw her over or what happened, but it was pretty nice. Anyway, next up we probably had, I think probably the second best match of the night, which was Silas Young taking on Tommaso Ciampa. One thing I loved with this match was these guys came out and like instantly they're like going at it, like fighting, and it was stiff. These guys
had this real fight feel to it. Like these guys felt like they really didn't like each other, and there's something about Ciampa. Well, everything about Ciampa brings that feeling.
Yeah.
From his entrance to his mannerisms.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a badass.
He is probably quickly becoming one of my favorite guys in ROH right now. Just like he has really upped his game.
Definitely, he's definitely ready to go to get a good size push.
Oh yeah, and I expect that world title tournament. He's gonna be having a good showing that.
Yeah, and I expect him to be in the title scene probably in the near future and
probably
going forward.
Maybe by next year, like sometime. One cool thing about this match is like they spilled on the outside. And they did some crazy stuff on the outside. Like Ciampa did his like knee to Silas Young in the corner of the barricades, and Silas got nailed by that. That was nasty. And
his head bounced off the guardrail. That looked bad.
And Ciampa took a German suplex on the outside with no padding, which was nasty. But they had a weird finish where Silas hit him with the hammer, the ring bell hammer, got the pin, and then Nigel restarted the match, and then Ciampa won like right away. Which I always hate that about matches that restart is when they do the finish right after that. It's annoying. But
especially, I mean, because Ciampa, he did get hit in the head with a hammer, you know. So,
but this was a really good match, and I really, really hope that ROH brings Silas Young back more because this guy is really good and really talented.
Well, he's signed to a contract.
Well, they don't need to use him.
They just need to use him. Yeah.
Like I would like to see him, like how he'd react to a New York crowd. That'd be interesting, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So this is probably my second favorite match of the night. Next up, we had Adam Cole taking on BJ Whitmer. This was kind of disappointing. This match the crowd wasn't really into it. They didn't really do anything special in this match. I felt like.
Yeah. This was really not much to say about this match.
It was basically just done to give Adam Cole a win and make him look like a cheap heel because he faked a knee injury and then rolled up BJ Whitmer. So it was just another step in that whole long-term heel turn they're gonna have eventually. So we had intermission, and then we came back with Mike Bennett taking on Andy Muscant. He's like a local guy, I guess. It was a squash match, and then he keeps attacking him after the match, and out comes Rhino, who's the hometown guy.
And the crowd blew up.
Yeah, he is super over in Dearborn.
Yeah.
Like I have not realized how over he was in Dearborn, but it's like he is massively over. And so Bennett and Rhino had a match, which was pretty good. I'm actually enjoying Bennett's like new kind of persona right now, where like he's more serious wrestler, and like Maria's kind of like encouraging him to be more serious. Don't mess around. You know, keep on the guy. Don't waste time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm enjoying that a lot more.
I agree. And Bennett, don't get me wrong, he's always been in fantastic shape.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like right now he's got himself into ROH shape. He's leaned down. He can move a lot better than he was able to when he first started.
He doesn't look so stiff when he moves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's definitely improved.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos.
And a pretty good match. Nothing really special. Rhino, of course, hit the core after the match. So next up, we had probably one of the matches I was looking forward to the most, which was Bobby Fish versus ACH. This match didn't get enough time to really shine as much as I'd like. They had a good match, but I think a lot of the crowd didn't really know who Bobby or ACH was.
Right. I don't think that Dearborn fans were really familiar with either guy.
Yeah.
They worked pretty hard. There were some sloppy parts, but ACH is has that problem every once in a while.
Every once in a while, it's not easy doing like all this crazy stuff he does.
Right.
Good match though. I enjoyed it. I thought the finish kind of came out of nowhere. Like I think they're kind of playing with the idea that like Bobby Fish can just knock a guy out like that.
Yeah.
Which I think if they play up right, they could be a potential.
Well, I'd say knocking out Davey the night before is pretty well.
Yeah.
I like when things happen unexpectedly and then you capitalize.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe that's what they're going to go with right now, which I could be okay with. And like it could easily lead to Bobby Fish like looking like a legitimate threat to like the world title contendership. So we'll see. But good match. But like again, like I just wish it got more time. It was really too criminally short, I think.
Yeah, and I think if these guys had another match, it would be considerably better.
Yeah.
This was I believe the first time they've worked together in ROH.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, you're right. I think so. Next up, we had Kevin Steen taking on Matt Taven. Matt Taven with the hoopla hotties and Truth Martini as always, and this was just really a comedy match. Like this was nothing. Like Taven just got his ass beat the entire match, and Kevin Steen was just out there having fun.
Basically, yeah.
And which Kevin Steen is always so entertaining when he's having fun out there.
Especially in front of the live audience, he's so good at wrangling in everybody.
Oh yeah,
you know?
he and there's probably no one in ROH that's more over. Like he came out and the crowd popped huge and was into every single move he did and every little joke he did. It was. It was funny as hell. Taven gets a cheap win here with a schoolboy with his feet on the ropes due to Truth interference, and then Nigel makes an impromptu match of Truth Martini versus Kevin Steen because Truth keeps getting involved in Taven's matches, so that's what he's going to do from now on is keep putting Truth in matches and he keeps interfering. And for those of you who've never seen Truth Martini in the ring, he's a comedy guy really.
Yeah, and he just sells everything like
he does it well.
Like a cartoon character, and it's funny. And
yeah,
he does it really well.
Yeah. So this was really nothing special. They did have a nice little tease of like Taven came out and threw powder in Steen's eyes, and he did with the Book of Truth. Like he thought like, oh, they're gonna have Truth win, and then like he kicked out and like he delivered a very nasty package pile driver, and then he walked out with the Truth Martini glasses and the hat, which is funny. So that was really I'd like to see. I'd like someone get a picture of Steen with the Truth Martini hat and everything because I couldn't get a good one. But.
And this whole segment here, I enjoyed it. It wasn't a semi-main event spot really. I think it was a nice way to cool down the crowd and get them ready for a match that was
gonna blow you away.
Exactly. Taven, I'm not sure about Taven though. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know if he's just not ready to have these great breakout matches.
Well, obviously, he's not going to do. It's supposed to. You're going to want to keep Kevin Steen looking strong because Kevin Steen's Kevin Steen. But at the same time, it's like Taven has had some good matches before against guys like Eddie Edwards or whatever, and it seems like they're still kind of very hesitant about like what to do with him. It seems like almost.
Yeah, I would.
They're trying to play it safe. All right. Well, then we had the main event, which was the American Wolves versus the team of Jay Lethal and Michael Elgin. And this was pretty awesome.
Yes, this was a great match.
This might be the best live match I've seen this year. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's either this or Jay Lethal versus Kevin Steen from 11th anniversary. But this...
and Jimmy Jacobs versus Adam Cole.
Yeah, that's another good one too. But this match was really, really, really good. Put over all four guys huge. Lethal and Elgin, I really like as a tag team. I mean, they work pretty well together. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there was a few miscommunications, but they tagged together twice, I think, because I think they tagged together on a house show or whatever. But they're obviously not tag team, which plays up the idea that they're an impromptu tag team and they're facing arguably one of the best tag teams in ROH ever.
Right, exactly.
So that was really nice. Really good match, some really good near falls. I mean, near the end, and it really picked up a lot. And at the end, Dave Richards and Eddie Edwards win, and they put up the idea that they're going to go after the tag team titles over the summer.
Yes.
Which I'd be all for.
Definitely. But as far as this match, this was a great match. Really, you can't really ask for much more than this, especially at a house show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just a fantastic match. Like you said, all four guys just looked superb.
Big credit to Dave Richards because like the night before he got knocked out by Bobby Fish and like he really bruised his arm like giving a lariat to him.
Yeah, that's right.
So like he definitely wasn't going in there like a little bit of less than 100%, but he didn't show any sloppiness at all. He busted his ass out there.
And the crowd was into this match.
Yeah, they were really into this match.
Really into this match.
There was one section, like the section across the way from us, that was opposite camera side. They were like they were hot for everything.
Oh yeah.
And I really wish they put those guys on camera side because they were good.
Yeah, definitely.
The people sitting in front of us, we were second row. They were kind of like just sitting on their hands.
Yeah, they didn't really bang the barricades or anything like that.
One of them there was one pregnant chick in the front row. And it was like
gross.
Why the hell would you have a pregnant chick in the front row of an ROH show? Seriously.
That scared me.
Yeah.
Front row, right in the middle. I thought she was gonna get crushed by Davey or something.
Yeah. All right, but I think this show is definitely one that I'd recommend going out to see. Maybe not like ones you need to, but there's definitely enough here that you could justify a buy, I think.
Yeah, and I think that I'm sure it'll come off. It won't come off quite as good on DVD or
Obviously,
on video
yeah,
on demand, but I think this is a pretty easy to sit through show.
I think so too.
Enjoyable from top to bottom.
And all right, that'll wrap it up for us here. Take care. Bye.